Hello and welcome to another edition of the program, The Patriot, coming to you from television, Nigeria, broadcasting here from Abuja, FCT. Now, The Patriot is a program that is dedicated to celebrating Nigerians who are patriotic in their own way, in their own little way, and contributing to the unity of the country called Nigeria, as long as it is diverse, difference in culture, languages, and all of that. We still celebrate ourselves as a united and indivisible entity. Today on the program, The Patriot, we're going to be looking at a traditional institution of Nigeria. What role has that institution been playing in the unity of Nigeria vis-a-vis the political landscape, especially as we count down to the 2019 general elections? Well, with me in the studio today, I have two traditional rulers. I begin with His Highness Chief Joseph Danboyi, the Wakili Mother, that's the Chairman Forum of Mother World Heads, FCT Abuja. Welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you, please.
It's good to have you.
Thank you.
And also he's accompanied by the Garakuwa Mother, FCT Abuja, His Highness Mr. Peter M. Sambal. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. Thank you.
Before I begin with a question, I'd like to just probably let us into your life. Apart from the name we just called now, let's just go into your life a little bit, what I've been doing, to maintain peace as a custodian of the culture of the people in your locality.
My life in the first instance, I was bred and brought up by an Igbo person. Then at the end of the day, I was also brought up by a Yoruba man at Ondo after my primary school. And before I should continue with any other thing, I think I have to mention my mother occupation and my culture.
Okay.
I'm mother by tribe from Akwanga local government. And my names are, I am Chief Joseph Danboyi, Wakili Mother, the Chairman Forum of Mother World Heads, FCT Abuja. Here I want to speak on the culture of Mother with the cultural activities that bring the unity of Mother people under an umbrella. Mother people are from Akwanga local government area. The meaning of Akwanga is we are all friends. As such, Mother people are peace-living people and as friendly. Some years ago, an Igbo man became a councillor in Akwanga. Why? Because we are friendly. The Mother people are fond mailing in Nasarawa and Kaduna states with major settlements at Akwanga, Andaha, Kokona, Kefi, and Karo, originally believed to have derived her culture from Nok, cultural centers of Nok Central Nigeria. Our main occupation are farming and hunting. The mother man, everyone believes that the wealth of every nation is from the ground. Sons and daughters of mother must know how to farm. Also, culture in every area of mother resident is a priority. To agree with me, on the 7th July 2018, during the Tobani of Mother Titles in FCT Abuja at LEA Primary School, Jikwe, the chairman of AMAC, Alhaji Abdullahi Adamu Candido, represented by Adamu Candido, the record breaker, represented by the Secretary of the Council, Alhaji Halidu Adamu, saw it and also commented on our culture. No matter the gathering was much, yet there was peace, security is our goal. The Chumada Nation, His Royal Highness Mr. Samson Gamun Yare III, embraced the cultural activities in motherland He believes it is the only way of unity and peace in Mother Nation. I, being the Wakili Mother Abuja, am answerable to the honor of Abaji, and also answerable to the Chumada Nation. This is what I can say about our tradition, our occupation.
Amazing.
Thank you so much.
Amazing. Probably I should just hear a little from you, what you do also, and probably, corroborating what he's been saying.
Yes, actually, good evening, viewers. I'm by name Peter M. Sambari Garkwamada FCT. Well, as the Royal Highness has said earlier, Mother people in FCT, as well, the 6 area council, were all over the area council. Then, concerning the 2019 general election, you say, how are we prepared to make peace? Definitely, Mother people are peace-loving people who doesn't want anything violent. When you look at our history in Nasarawa State, Mother, that is Akwanga, is the only local government that commanded so many tribes who doesn't indicate that you are from this, you are this. No, we welcome everybody. If you go to Nasarawa State, now go to Akwanga, you look at every home now, you will discover that we have many tribes, Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani, all of us, we are together. We farm together, we eat together because we embrace everybody. And that is the meaning of Akwanga. Akwanga, that is our friend. So regarding to the general election, we are prepared so much. We pray every day and night to make sure that God will take control of that general election. And by the special grace of God, we are going to vote one man, one vote, and we are going to announce the president of this country by the special grace of God.
We'll go to that deeply, but let me ask His Royal Highness, in a pre-election year like this, there's always bound to be pockets of violence here and there. Politicians, some people believe, will arm some youths to go and probably disrupt the electoral process in order to favor particular candidates. What are those things you are doing as, the custodian of the court of the people to ensure that the youth are sensitized on the need to shun violence as we prepare for this kind of election?
Yeah, really, 2 weeks ago, there was a report that some people went and met a woman in motherland and gave her 10,000 to collect her vote. And then when she told the husband told her not to sell her right. That's your right, that you are going to vote a candidate of your own choice. The right people are supposed to be in the right position. But the problem is that people are selling their votes, which is not meaningful. And when the matter came to me, I sent to them. And the husband personally came to me and I advised the woman, the man, not to allow the woman to collect any other money from anywhere, though she didn't collect the money. And she refused, and I passed the message around in one of the local government. Anybody that comes with money to collect your vote, don't accept it. In short, if people are doing such, it's tarnishing the image of this country. And the politicians, they are the people who are trying at all costs to make sure they should be there, buying votes around, which is not the best. But in my local government, I think when the information came out, I will pass order. Such thing is not practiced again.
Absolutely. Let me ask Mr. Samuel, like he said, he got a report of someone who was selling probably his or her voter card or something. Mm-hmm. But if you consider that vis-a-vis the belief that at the end of the day our votes won't count, that will be rigged and people will decide whoever becomes the leader, is it not more profitable in quote for me to say, like, for instance, give me 10,000 and I sell the vote instead of voting and it doesn't count at the end of the day and you lose out, as it were?
Well, thank you very much. In our country today, definitely people are hungry. And the reason why you look at many people have their voters cards, and that their voter cards, they are right, which they're supposed to move with it at any time. So that when you have your PVC, that is your right, you vote for the right candidate. But now you look at the way His Excellency has said that some people, a group of people, politicians, they'll just gather their money and they will go all around. At the end of the day, They will give them those money they're supposed to go to their constituency and work, drill borehole, do culvert, so that at the end of the harvesting, their farmers will be able to come out with their crops. But because of they cannot do anything, things are going wrong in every community. Definitely, for you to sell your PVC is very, very wrong. But because of hunger, and people believe that if I went to the polling unit, I will queue. After I queue, at the end of the day, I will be vote. If I said I will vote for my right candidate or the person I like, at the end of the day, the vote will not be counted. And that is then. But now we are trying to educate people. Definitely, when you vote, you wait. The vote should be counted in your presence. Don't hold any arm. Don't hold anything that will cause problem. So that when you cause problem, the other side of it, those that are waiting for problem to come, so that they will go and win the election. You are the one that will cause the problem. So definitely we ask our people, our children, our youth, they should not cause any problem. Go and vote and wait so that the vote will be counted. And you people will escort the vote to where the collection center is and make sure that you guide it definitely by the special grace of God. What has been happening in the previous election, it will not repeat itself again, because Nigeria now, we have learned our lesson.
Yeah, let me come back to you, sir. You know, every now and then people play the ethnic card, where, for instance, I should support you because you're from my village, you're from my local government, you're from my state, where we speak the same language and all of that, not minding the fact that sometimes those are not the criteria for determining who is fit for a particular office. What have you been doing, and what do you think is the right thing to do to ensure that we have the right leaders, not minding our ethnic backgrounds or maybe political affiliations?
I think it is the wrong decision of one should vote only his particular tribe. Nigeria is one. If we believe that the nation is one, we should vote anybody that is in our own interest. And nobody should indicate one another that he should vote a particular person because he is a relation, he is this. This is where we are having mistakes in the country. And this is where things are going wrong. It's just the same thing with intertribal marriage. If we can allow intertribal marriage across the nation, there will be no problem. So that we can able to get the right people at the right table that will do the right thing for us. I think that's where the mistake is coming, because this, my brother will speak the same language we speak, we are doing the same culture, this and that. This is what we don't want in this country. We advise our people, even in the church where we are, if we are doing anything, let's do it and have the fear of God. Once the fear of God is in our system, all those things will not happen again.
Let me stay with you. Now, a lot of people have been decamping from one party to another. The polity is heated. Do you think this will have an implication on our cultural background, our unity as a country, especially using your state as an example, people moving from here to here? Does it have any implication on our unity and our cultural?
Well, it depends. I think politics is a game of free world. And everybody has his freedom of choice, freedom of election. And people are stepping from one party to another, it is their choice. All what we need, let there be peaceful election when the time comes. That's all.
Okay, now, like you said, let me take off from where he stopped.
Okay.
Everybody has a right to association. You, as a Nigerian, the Constitution guarantees you that right to join any association, any group, be it political or not. But the question a lot of people are asking, are these defections for the benefit of the common man, you and I who are not, in leadership positions? Are they doing this because they have the interest of the masses at heart, or you're seeing this as a personal vendetta where all they want is enrich themselves, stay relevant, and foster personal agenda, as it were?
Well, I'm telling you, this question you asked me now has been itching my mind since 2 weeks ago. Where we are thinking the country will be is not what we are seeing now. Definitely, the National Assembly is dancing a different music, and the government are dancing different music, which they are the lawmakers. Their music is different with the executive. people are defecting from APC to the other opposition party, which is PDP. They are the same people that run away from PDP. So PDP are corrupt. They run and they enter APC. At the end of the day, they won the election. Now we don't know what is inside their mind. They are defecting now from APC down to the party they are abusing before. Well, I start praying 2 weeks ago that, well, it should be not in their own interest. But if they are defecting because I don't want to left behind, it's because of my children, because of my wealth, I want to secure this, I want to do this, definitely we are still going back to the same pit hole. So what we are praying as they are going, God will arrest them. Most of their plans, if they are going to the other party because of their own interest, they will not succeed. Our prayer, the common man in this country now is not seeing things easily. Some doesn't have even a meal to eat in a day. And them themselves, they are making money every day and night. So definitely we are praying that if they have other interests in their mind, not masses interest, God will surely arrest them, because both Muslim and Christian, we are praying, fasting day and night. God will not allow them to have their personal interest. They will have people's interest in their mind, so that at the end of the day, we will vote the right candidate. And we are praying day and night.
Absolutely. Chief Joseph, do you believe that defecting or the problem of Nigeria is political party where, for instance, people are leaving APC for PDP, or people are leaving PDP for APC or SDP or any other party? Is that a problem with our political system, using your institution as an example?
Well, I don't consider it to be a problem, but I consider it to be their own personal interest. As I say, of personal interest, everybody has the right to choose what he feels it is okay with him. And one is not forced to belong to a particular party. If you are there and you feel your mind tells you to change, one is free to change. And I can't tell actually what is distracting them.
Now, you are closest to the people as the traditional ruler in your ward, in your community, in your local government, wherever you represent. You're the closest to them in terms of leadership, apart from probably the council, who is a political representative. What message are you going to be taking to your people, especially as this election draws near? And what do you think are those challenges that confront you as a chief in order to make sure that you take this information to the people?
Yeah, the information I take to people across and around me. Choose a particular party, even if you are the same father, the same mother. If you choose the other party and the other one choose the other party, don't fight each other. It is one's interest. Belongs to a particular party, you belongs to, and be sincere there. Do the right thing. Once you do the right thing, the election will still go well. Don't fight. Don't cause confusion because of one party and the other. I think there is one of the senator I knew very well, and I spoke sometimes. They were contesting with my brother, and I utter a word somewhere, and it goes a different thing. As a title holder, every government that comes in, we embrace them and work with them, advise them to do good things.
Why do you think people actually fight? Like you were saying, they shouldn't fight. Why do you think they go into this kind of violence when it is?
Sometimes it's hungry. They lack what to maintain themselves, their family, and the only way, the little money that politicians will just deceive them, and they will sell their right. And they would like to tell the politicians that they are working for them. And I have to put confusion to make sure the same politicians will feel they are working for him, and which is very bad. Let us be justifiable in our own election, anywhere, elsewhere. If there is a good governance, good associate in the politics, a village will sit and think and suggest, we belong to this person because of what he has done and because of what he did to his people.
That's quite positive. But a lot of people think that the phrase "one Nigeria" is a fraud, that Nigeria can never be one, provided we're in a multilingual, state, so many ethnic groups. There is a clamor of marginalization in the East. There is political supremacy that is leveled against the North and all of that. So people see all of these as indicators that the phrase "one Nigeria" can never be achieved. Do you agree with those kind of people that say Nigeria cannot be one, where we live, we claim to be one Nigeria, united, and all of that?
Well, thank you very much. They are not God. In life, when you believe in God, all things will be possible. Definitely, people are saying Nigeria will not come back the way it is before. And the reason why is from the leaders. You are a politician. You went home, you go around village by village. Some village, the contestant will park their car and enter canoe down to the next village for them to go and lie down and campaign. People will vote for them. Before, the common man in the rural area, he doesn't know city. He doesn't know where is city. The only thing he knows is for him to go to market and go back to farm. Sometimes they don't even like to go to market. They only send their wives. They will go and buy whatever they will eat, the food, the soup ingredient, and they will sell other things, and they will come back home and enjoy themselves. But now the politicians they vote for, they will no longer come back home to work for them. At the end of the day, they will say, okay, since this person is not coming, let's go and see him. They will gather themselves, bring motor, they want to come and see their senator. And as they are coming, they will discover they will see street lights. There is light everywhere. And then for them to charge their answer, they will take the answer to another village to go and charge. Now they discover that in the street there is light, not even at home. They will discover everything. At the end of the day, their eyes open. So, okay, this is what people will vote for. At the end, they look at where they are staying. And we are suffering. And tomorrow again, he will still come back and say we should vote for him. Nigeria will be one. The problem we are having in this country, not defecting from this political party to the other political party, is the leadership. If really a Nigerian leader can bring back unity, where we stop? There's problem in our society today. You understand? When you are having stomach pain and you are ending taking paracetamol, it will not cure the stomach pain because stomach has its own medicine that will cure him. But you are taking paracetamol, the stomach will not go. It will keep on grumbling and it will disturb you. So definitely, I believe that our major problem is from the leaders. When we have good leaders, definitely Nigeria will come back to where it is before. Because Nigeria is still the same. Where the moon normally comes from our forefather, is still coming out from there. Where the sun normally comes from, it still comes from there. We have rain from June, maybe May to October, right from beginning, and still happening. We still maintain our culture as a Madaman. We have not changed my name. So definitely Nigeria still remain Nigeria. The only thing we are praying that by this 2019, whether you defeat or you did not defeat, what we are looking for is not the political party. We are looking for the credible candidate that God will bring for us, so that he will bring back, restore Nigeria from his loss. Because Nigeria definitely, we are praying, and God will bring us back to where we are before.
Now, let me stay with you as we begin to conclude. What role do you think government, because a lot of time we advocate for peace prior to election, before, during, after, and all of that. What role do you think government, traditional institutions, political players, and generality of people should play to ensure that we have a peaceful transition from now, come 2019, especially before everything is over politically?
Yes, the role the government and our leaders supposed to play, so that all this violent and other problems will not come. Definitely, the 2019 general election is at hand. And do you think in Nigeria today, a common man that is hungry is waiting for 20 naira, 30 naira to eat? This morning I was going to pick my chief at home. There's a pit hole somewhere by the road, one narrow road somewhere, just a shortcut road. I saw about 19 youths digging sand to fill that place. When you come, they will beg you, sir, help us. They use house at Temekemu. I said, why are people here? They say they are looking for what they will eat. Definitely, the population of Nigeria is much. And the money is there. The leaders are there. They are just embracing and go abroad, keeping those money, helping themselves, and they cannot help the common people that elect them. So definitely the government now, the major problem the government have now is the campaign, defecting from this political party to the other. But they forget, after defecting, what will be the next action during the general election? That's the problem will come. I'm for this person, I'm for the other person. This person is an Igbo man, I cannot vote for him. So definitely, since you are a canvasser or you are a delegate for Igbo man to become a local government chairman in my own northern state, it won't work. So definitely go back to your Igbo land and become chairman there. They will start fighting because of 2,000 naira that they are hungry, waiting for a long time ago. Since 3 years ago, they are waiting for 2,000 naira. Nobody has seen it. So definitely these politicians are keeping their money at home. They will not go to their constituency and work, as I said earlier. They will use it now and start integrating youth, using them for them to cause confusion so that they will now maneuver and get their vote so that they will say, I'm the winner. But truly, that is not what will help us in the country. So what we are thinking and what we are praying for us to have peaceful election, and this violence will not come from the government. Government should, within few months that remain, I know campaign is ahead, and they are planning for their primary election. And do you know what is causing confusion? That is one thing. This is a house which we have many staff, and if one person should become chairman, of this house, and the house has organized that there will be a primary election, we should allow everybody to contest. If I fail, I know that I fail. Then I will now embrace who win, then we'll go together. You that win, you have to know that there are these people that contest with me and they fail, they still support me. You will embrace them, move with them. But at the end of the day, government will say, this is the person, this is SDP. So there will be no primary. And we have people that are capable to contest. So definitely government, a political party should open way for people to contest and do their primary.
Okay, so His Highness, as we wrap up now, what would be your own take-home point for Nigerians before, during, and after election to ensure that we achieve peace at the end of the day?
They should stop sabotaging themselves during the politics, during the election. This is one of the things that is causing confusion around. If they stop sabotaging themselves, allow the masses to vote the people of their own interests, I think there will be peace.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I'd like to thank you very much for coming on the program.
Thank you.
I've been speaking with His Highness Chief Joseph Damboyi, the Wakili Mada. He is the chairman, Forum of Mada World Heads in FCT Abuja. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, sir.
And of course, he was accompanied by the Garkuwa Mada FCT Abuja, His Highness Peter M. Sambari. Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much.
And we have been looking at achieving peace in Nigeria before, during, and after election, especially from the perspective of our traditional institution, which they both represent. And that's been the much we'll take on the program, The Patriot, for today. We'll be back with another episode sometime soon. My name is Nten Ekbang. Until then, do enjoy the rest of our programs on television. Nigerian, bye-bye.